Yo, what's going on, guys? Shake and Bake back, and today, yes, we're gonna be talking Conquest, MLB, the show, Diamond Dynasty. It's a game mode within it. It's like the game Risk, like a little game board called Risk. So yeah, it's like that. It's really fun. You have to conquer this entire map. It gives you one spot to start out with, and you have to expand, you have to capture fans, you have to capture strongholds, you have to defend your strongholds. It gets really crazy, but you'll see right here, these are the last few, and we get to play them on Rookie because we've stacked up a whole bunch of fans in one area, and the stronghold that we're attacking doesn't have any fans. That's for a few reasons, because A, it used to be my stronghold, but they took it back because this was a fight for this one, man. They usually don't take about 60 turns. It's supposed to, I've seen people beat it in 30, 40, 50 seem like the typical amount, but for me, I was struggling, man. I had the Blue Jays who took over the East, and then the Diamondbacks who took over the West. So first, I started in the middle area, and they're both just dominating. So I had to take out one of them, and then eventually try and take out the Diamondbacks, which we're doing right here. And this game is on Rookie, so you can just bash, man. We got a good lineup right now because I think I'm like 70 or 80 games into this year's game. We played a lot because I like these short inning games. They're fun, they're quick, they're fast-paced. They're not slow 9-inning games, which feel like they suck the life out of me. But this has been pretty solid right here, man. Just bashing some home runs on Rookie. It's pretty fun, and it's easy to do when you're watching Netflix or YouTube videos or anything like that. But bashing home runs, nice and easy. And yeah, most of my stronghold games, when you're trying to conquer a stronghold, I like to play them on Veteran or Rookie, man. Rookie, it's kind of hard to actually get it to that, unless, again, they just took one of yours and it's got 0 fans in it, or I mean, you're just starting out and somehow they don't have many fans in theirs and you've got like 80 or something, but that's kind of hard to do. So yeah, usually you're going to be playing the games on Veteran. You have to be able to win on Veteran. If you can't, then you got to work on your skills and you got to work on your team. But yeah, most of the games will be on Veteran. You guys can see right here now, we're moving to the next one to try and take out that next Diamondback stronghold, and then eventually move to the next one, and then eventually take out the one Cardinal stronghold in the middle that I was just content with leaving right there because they really weren't doing anything, and that happens sometimes. Teams just don't have a lot of moves. They're not picking up fans. They're not being attacked. They're just kind of sitting there. So that happened, and eventually we conquered the board, as you guys can see right here. Now, you might be thinking, wait. You don't even have half the spots. Like, you're getting beat, it looks like, and it does look like I'm getting beat. I mean, they were playing really well, but you just have to conquer all the strongholds, and you actually do technically beat the mode and get the reward, which is Baseball Manifest Dynasty. And once you get that, you get 10 free packs and a free silver player, or better. Technically, it's always been silvers, though, every time I open these packs. Maybe I got 1 gold, but I don't even think I have, but there is the reward. And then there are also the rewards along the way, where you can get players. If you play a certain amount of innings, you unlock them once you beat the stronghold, and then you got to use players from that team to actually get those players. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but I do want to show you guys what we got from the packs, man. We got this Aaron Nola. I don't know who he is, but nice inside edge rating today, so might be a time to sell him. I think he only goes for like 800 stubs, but still, free stubs, I will take it, man. And everything in these packs, I mean, you could sell. Stadiums, rituals. We got Gio Gonzalez right there, not a bad pull. Even Zach Wheeler, not a bad pull. Especially if he's got an inside edge one day. Pretty solid. But right here was the good pull of the day, man. Finally, we get a gold player out of our 10 free packs for beating this. And it's Adrian Beltre, one of the better gold players. Goes for about 10,000, 9,000 stubs. Not too bad, man. I'll take it. That's a really good 10-pack bundle right there. But just going quickly through the rewards and the cards you can get. These are kind of tougher. They were originally easier when the game first came out, but they patched it, and don't give away as many innings per the guys you use. It used to be like half innings counted as more or whatever. I don't know. But now, it's a little bit harder. I've tried playing with the All Rockies team to try and get this one, and I got another 100 since then I was using it. I only played a couple games, so using a whole team of guys is definitely the way to go. And you guys can see on the left-hand side, I'll show you guys all the rewards for commanding them and then playing with the innings. You guys can see those, and my goal is eventually to try and get some of the feed rewards, which are basically once you do that and you get the innings limits, you then can get these guys, man. And it's pretty sick because there are some nasty players. That Jonathan Papelbon is nasty, super good. And yeah, there's some other really awesome ones on there. That Matt Holliday is really good, so that's why I'm going for the Rockies, because the Matt Holliday card is nasty. I've used him in Battle Royale, which I'll be playing on the channel soon. I just wanted to beat Conquest and get a video out on it because it's been killing me, man. I've been actually really enjoying it, but it's a grind. But you guys see right here, this was me just cleaning up the board, basically by just, I made sure to see their big, what's it called? Like, they had 50 million in one spot, 60 million in another. As long as that's locked in, between, what's it called, some other ones around it, they can't move that after you take the stronghold. They can't do anything with it. They can't attack. There's nothing they can do. All they could do is, A, they could move the fans, or they could reinforce, and then if you come close to it and you come within one hexagon, I think it is, of touching it, then it can start attacking and move around the map. So I locked them in, and then, yeah, after we've got all the strongholds, slowly took them out one by one, stacked up the fans in certain areas. That's the best way to play this game, is to just stack fans in one spot, and then slowly move around the map with that. But you really don't want to just create one line like I kind of did at one point where I just went over to the east. I only did that because I knew, hey, they're done making their moves. There's nowhere else they can move. They can't reinforce in the middle of a turn. They can't move guys in the middle of a turn. All they can do is attack in the attack phase, and they can't do that anymore. So now I can just come across, and as long as I avoid their big, 60 spots, they can't attack me, and I can capture those last 3 guys like I did, and then take out the rest of the map, which is pretty cool. We actually got over 1,000 million fans, which was pretty cool. I was trying to do that at the end, just kind of messing around. Really shouldn't have taken 75 or that many turns, but you could definitely get this done in about 50. It's doable. I, again, had some tough time with battling the East, battling the West, so I kind of struggled a little bit, but yeah, I'll talk about some more tips on starting it up, but I think I've done a pretty good job at, so far, giving you a breakdown of kind of what to do once you get going. But, yeah, man, you guys will see right here, just simulating the last one. Basically, when it comes to this mode, my principles were, I'm not going to, any game versus the Stronghold, I'm not going to play if it's higher than All-Star. Even All-Star, I really don't do that great on. On Veteran, I can kill the ball, get home runs. On Rookie, I smash it and can put up 10 easy. But, yeah, I don't play on the higher difficulties because if you do, you're going to lose fans, you're going to lose games. It's going to become really, really frustrating. But, yeah, we do end up winning the last few right here as simulating. You want to simulate all of the games going for other territories, but you want it to be on high difficulty. And, again, it's better if you stack fans in one area, like 30 fans going after the 1s, the 2s. Even then, they will lose sometimes, like lose a couple, but usually they won't lose like a 30-1 or something like that, but you could lose like a 7-1, 8-1. That's happened before to me, so you gotta be careful. And all that really does is ends your amount of attacking that time and makes it so, hey, you might not be able to capture as many spaces for the next time. But I do want to talk about starting off now because you guys have seen me finish it. I've given you guys tons of tips and things like that, but see the map starting off, there's a lot of space, and you might not know where to start. They give you 6 million fans to start with, which is pretty nice, but I recommend going to the rules, reading them really quickly, just giving you a breakdown of what there is in there. I told you guys how you earn fans by gaining more territories on the map. You want to know how to do that. Again, 3 territories equals an extra 1 million fans at the end of a round. But yeah, one thing I will say right now is I didn't even play the capture phase. I really didn't. I was not a huge fan of it just because it can make it take even longer and longer. And you really don't need to weaken the strongholds when you're attacking them, as long as you stack fans in certain areas. You guys might have seen, like, again, there were zeros because they had taken my stronghold. Like, you could literally let them take a stronghold and then take it right back as long as you have other strongholds on the map. And you know those are going to get whipped away. And then you can just take them right back as long as it's within the same turn and they don't reinforce or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, there are plenty of ways to do this. I don't think the capture phase is really necessary, especially if you're only doing it on Rookie or Veteran. You're only taking 1 to 2 million extra fans. Really, it's not a lot long term. Yeah, so definitely be sure to read the rules. That's a big thing because you won't understand it if you just look at the game, you try and pick it up and you play it. And yeah, now let's get into actually what you might want to start out doing. Just some basic strategy, just super basic stuff. So when you first start, you're going to want to surround yourself in a little hexagon. I think hexagon is the correct term. There are 6 sides to it, maybe? Are there 6 sides? Yeah, I think there is. But it might be wrong there. My math is not the greatest. But yeah, shapes neither. But yeah, you want to kind of build a cocoon around your base starting stronghold. And then you want to try and take out some other ones. You want to get some land. I built up land here just showing you guys what I would do and what I did my first time around. Again, you can play the capture phases, but I don't because it takes too long. I usually just skip right through them because I don't have years and years and years. I beat this in a few days, which is pretty solid. Again, you get good rewards, and once you grind out beating the strongholds, you can then grind out beating the innings, and you get yourself free 80 to 90 overall players pretty easily. I mean, it's gonna take time, but that's the point of playing the game and getting rewarded and stuff like that. And hey, we got that nice belt tray for just capturing all the strongholds, which is pretty sick, man. And I mean, we could have gotten even better things. I've seen guys get diamonds in those 10 free Conquest packs and everything like that. So yeah, right from here, you guys can see teams have started to expand. Now, they started out with way more fans than you do, so it makes it a little bit harder. You really don't want to try and initially attack out the gate and just, you know, take all your fans, just go right after one. That's probably not the best idea because you'll have to play on a harder difficulty. So yeah, kind of, you'll get your reinforcement term. You'll reinforce everybody, and then kind of build some space around, try and capture the 3 extra spots so you get the extra million fans. And then once you've done that, you can start going after territories, and you feel comfortable going after the Rockies or something like that. Pretty easy to take out on the first turn. The team offensively really isn't that stacked. Couple good hitters, but Arenado, they've got Cargo, Trevor Story, who's not in the game yet, but will be. So yeah, they got some good hitters, but still not the best lineup out there. The Twins as well, not a crazy batter lineup, but yeah, you want to take out some of those teams. Another team to take out first that might be a good idea, a lot of people say, is the Mariners, because once you capture that stronghold, you unlock the innings one, and then I think it's Pineda, and once you get Pineda from doing the innings played with Seattle players, which you could do with a full Seattle team, and probably, like, I don't know how many games it would actually take you, but in theory, you get a good amount, and yeah, once you do that, you can get a 93 overall Ichiro by then feeding players, and if you don't know what feeding is, it's just like adding players to a guy. You basically are discarding them, but you're giving some of their attribute points to your guy. It's your Diamond Dynasty player, so you feed players into that to complete it from that collection. It's pretty easy to do, man, and I had heard, like, once you feed basically a full team's worth, you have to do a few more than that, a couple thousand more stubs, but it's really not that hard. So yeah, you get Ichiro, a 93 overall Ichiro, pretty easily. So yeah, that might be a good team to go after to start out the game, but I'm trying to see if I have anything else. I do want to say shout out to MLB Tips and all the guys he's been shouting out. He's been sharing a whole bunch of tips. I'll have his Twitter definitely linked down below. And he's been sharing around some tips on this, on that, and he helped me out definitely completing this. So shout out to that dude. He knows his stuff for MLB The Show. But yeah, I think that's about everything that I've told you guys, man. I think I've really covered everything for this. And again, you want to be wary of where you are at on the map. If you've got like a 60 spot, like one of them Diamondbacks areas that was huge, like a 60 right next to you, and you've got a couple million fans there, and you have a chance to move it, you might want to, because they're about to attack you. And if you've only got, you know, 5 million fans left to spare, you've got 5 million there, you might want to take that 5 million, just take the loss and get out of there. Or, I mean, try and stack up and compete against them, but that's kind of hard to do. But I think those are some pretty good tips, man. I'll probably do another video on this later when some more things come out. There are some, like, secret missions, it says. I don't know what those are yet, but maybe when we discover those, we'll be able to talk about those. Maybe when I actually get some of the players and I finish the innings thing and I feed and I get some of the legends, I'll show those off to you guys. But just a, I guess it went from a quick video to a pretty in-depth video on Diamond Dynasty Conquest mode, how to beat it, tips, your reward that you get, and everything. And yeah, man, how I did it. So yeah, pretty sick video. But again, just expand, conquer, and throw all those fans into one area, attack, and kind of work on defending here and there as well, because you don't want them to just take all your strongholds and then you lose. So you got to be careful for that. But yeah, man, that is going to be it. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to leave a like, and let me know in the comments if you have been struggling with this mode, and I will try and help you out with some tips furthermore than this video, I guess. But yeah, peace out, man.